Hello everyone, Kate here from Keight Krafts, sharing with you my very first project for Hollow Tree Hobby. Let's get started. So to kick things off, I am using a two-part stencil today, and that stencil would happen to be Lots of Hearts background by Fawn. And for the color that I'm using today, I have chose Fresh Lavender because this purple is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the way it stencils into all of these little hearts. Mind you, I am going pretty heavy-handed with this because I want that purple to show up, and I just love it when it's just dark and lush. I mean, you could do a light fade around each of the hearts to have like a little bit of a gradient to make the centers of them pop, or you could go with any color really. But I chose purple today because purple is one of my favorite colors, and I thought it paired very well with the next step of this card, which you will see here in a minute. So once I'm satisfied with the amount of purple that has gone onto my card, we are going to head over to the next part of the stencil. So part 2 of the stencil, I have gone ahead and chosen a little bit of this Prom Queen. Now this is Lunar Paste, and this is actually my first time using it. And when I opened up that jar, oh my gosh, was this ever a hot pink. I'm not much of a pink person, I'm more of the blacks and the purples and the shimmeries and all that stuff, but when I opened this, holy doodle guys, the color of it alone, I mean, it kind of reminded me a little of the clothes that I would wear in the 80s, but I don't want to date myself. But I think this color is absolutely vibrant and gorgeous, and I really enjoyed using it. Mind you, I probably could have used a better spatula for this because I was kind of grasping at straws with the tools that I have. I don't quite have all the proper tools to use stencil paste, but here we are today. So I'm going to peel that off and set that off to the side, and because I do not have a matching cardstock, I'm going to go back in along the edges of my panel here with that fresh lavender just to darken it up a little. Now I've chose to cut this down to 4¼ by 5½, and I ended up cutting out my stenciled panel down to 4 and 5¼ so you get that little bit of a purple border, which you'll see here. And I've also cut out a couple of hearts out of some scrap paper with that fresh lavender that I used on my paper, if that makes sense. So I ink blended on a scrap piece of paper, and I cut out little hearts out of the extra ink that was on the scrap piece of paper kind of thing. So once I've added enough of that Bearly Arts glue around the edges of my panel, it's time to lay our little critters down. Now off camera, I've gone ahead and colored in these adorable little lawn fawn critters and added a little bit of foam tape to add dimension. And the first critter that we're going to be laying down is the Porcu-pine for You stamp, the two little gorgeous porcupines hugging. And then next we have got the Wild WolvesStamp set, which I think these pups are just so adorable. And then once we've got those guys situated in, we are going to take the So Damn Much beavers and hand those down too in the middle. And I loved seeing all the hugging critters. It all made me happy. And this little happy Valentine's Day set is from the Simply Celebrate Hearts. I just stamped it out and die cut it with a banner die. And next, all I've got to do is add my little heart cutouts. The heart that I used was from the Simply Celebrate set. And here I have a little bit of Wink of Stella to add a little bit of interest to those hearts. And I just love how this card came together. It was a lot of fun trying out the stencil paste for the first time and pairing it with that gorgeous purple color. I really love it. I don't know what it is about the pink with the muted purple, but I think it's absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to take my panel and I'm going to add a little bit of this Bearly Arts glue, and we are going to put that down to our card base, and then our card will be complete. I really hope that you enjoyed today's project, and if you're interested in anything that I used in today's program, I will make sure to leave a link to all of the items I used in the description box below. I hope you check out the Hollow Tree Hobbies website, as well as their social media, and as always, thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care.